Yeah. Okay.
Of every emotion but production.
Yeah. Okay.
I swear. How many times am I gonna do it? How many times will I do takes with this? About 5 or 6 times, dude. About 5 or 6 times. It feels like it. Anyways. Hello everybody. I'm Bugs. I'm totally gonna freaking lose it. This is why I don't do it. This is why I don't do it with the door open. This is exactly why. Exactly why. Because right now I'm just like wanting to scream internally. Bugsy, just roll with it. Fine. So anyways, hey everybody, this is Bugsy. You guys are probably wondering, Bugsy, you're making another video about Nintendo life? Hasn't he had enough? Listen, Nintendo life. Alex, listen to me, Alex. See, this is the reason, man. You can't you can't make a video saying Sonic Forces being bad as what we feared. Because some people are hyped about this game. You're saying like this is not what the fandom wanted. And like I said in my other videos, I'm like, how do you know? Like, how do you know? It's the same thing I say to Nerdware. How do you know? You all like to make baseless assumptions and just try to see if they stick. But they don't. Because some people are hyped for this thing. Maybe not a lot of people, but the people who want this game are. And you gotta take that into consideration. And then you're just being straight up contradictory and basically writing off this game on a demo, which is another pet peeve I have, already dealing with the fact that Twip did it and basically Nerdword freaking like wrote off the whole fact that Sega doesn't have the same passion that it does anymore because, well, custom created character. Like that makes any real sense. I'm only saying real sense and not like using my usual string of vocabulary because I got the door open and no one needs to hear me like drop a whole bunch of F-bombs, and it's really not even needed here anyway. So I'm just gonna and yeah, I'll keep mentioning it on my videos, guys, about Nerdword and Twip because yeah, I'm using them as based examples now. I got new examples now of how not to handle a situation when it comes to a beloved franchise. So, Twip, Nerdword, you're my new examples. You disappointed me, but you're making me proud with the examples I now have. Thought I'd say that. Anyways. But Nintendo Life, by taking your video down, you're just telling all these other people like, dude, I'm Bugsy John Kuro, my friend. I don't back down if I make a bad video. Hell, I keep it up. Because what does that send to the people what message are you sending to other people? Like, I'm gonna cave because everybody else has said everything else? I mean, everybody else has said, pretty much all this messed up stuff about me. You were kind of in the wrong the moment you decided to judge a not alpha build of the game. And regardless of what anybody says, oh well, they had like 4 years of work. Still, when you're trust me, kids, I'm a game dev, and I do a buttload of coding, and I can tell you firsthand. Even though I use RPG Maker, but I can tell you firsthand, coding, if you're not doing it right, or if you're creating something like RPG or Sonic game, there's a lot of variables that can go wrong, and there's a lot of things that can go wrong. And this thing is not really a work in this thing is not really done yet. And we got a few months before it's actually complete. And that's what people don't seem to get. Like, they have no excuse. And with some people saying that they have no excuse, I just go like, have you ever worked on a game? You know, with this one dude that was saying he couldn't hide his disappointment, I was like, have you played any other levels? Dude still had me kind of bad to me on that. But the point is, yo, Alex, you need to understand that a lot of people do like Sonic Forces. Probably not a lot of people, not a big group of people, but the few of us that do want to play it. And then when we saw you just bash it because you just played a demo, that was a big old red flag for us. And yeah, me and the chapster didn't make anything better for you, probably. But you need to understand. You guys, you know, all you reviewers that are wet behind the ears, you need to understand that you can't just constantly be making, you can't just be making half-ass reviews and expecting all of us to be cool with it. You can't. It's just not how reviewing or judging a game even works. You gotta play the full-on game to get the full-on experience. That's how you judge if a game's bad or good in your eyes. You can't just be like, Alex, you can't just sit there and say, I don't like this, I don't like that. This is not what the fans wanted. Again, you don't know what the fans want. You seem like a straight up Nintendo dude. So how would you know what the fans want? Maybe you've seen some things here and there about the Sonic fandom. Yeah, you've seen cringy stuff. But I want to say this, guys. Cringy stuff is only for the people who look for it. Hold up. The door is clear. Chris is back. There we go. I aired my room. I aired the old studio out enough, so let me get to it. Because guys, like I say, half-assing reviews is not how you're supposed to do when you're supposed to be judging games on this. And I really don't like TWIP because the moment this one dude said that both games are going to be good, and it was his opinion, TWIP was like, oh, that's the most stupidest comment I got all day. And I saw like a lot of other Sonic YouTubers like it. Like that shit's funny? You guys want to bash another person's opinion? They thinks both games are going to be good in their own right because that's the most stupidest comment you got all day? I swear. When it comes to Sonic YouTubers, some just get on my nerves, and it just makes me wonder, why are they even Sonic YouTubers to begin with? But to you, Alex, you are strictly a Nintendo dude. I'm not trying to say you can't review other things, but you basically just said all this contradictory stuff about the Wiz, but how this is not what Sonic fans want. Like I said, you didn't know. And then when people actually try to, one of my colleagues, Gamer Guy Aces, he was like, I was gonna give you, he even said in the comments, and I'm just remembering this from straight up memory, so I might be paraphrasing a lot. But, he said there's a lot of contradictory statements, you didn't even really talk about it, you just kept going, And, it's like, how can you love Colors but hate Forces because they're both the same games? By saying one is bad, you're like saying the other is bad too. And that's coupled with more of the fact that you haven't played the game. I'm just saying, I know us Sonic fans, we're no strangers to a lot of negativity in our fan base. But I'm just getting really tired of it, man. I'm getting really tired of it. And I've been saying that all the time because it is true. But, But Alex, by caving in, you're just telling all these trolls and all these people that wanna fuck with you that you can easily bend. Personally, I'll keep a video up even if I was wrong. I'll keep it up to learn from my mistakes. You know? I keep certain videos up to learn from my mistakes. You know? I keep those up. You know, because it reminds me that, yeah, even I have my bad videos that I make that I regret. You know? And we all you can't just but you can't you can't just bash a Sonic game solely on a demo either. And I was trying to get that through to Twip, but I guess the man doesn't want to hear me out because he just thinks I'm just being condescending. And another thing, I feel like he was using that word wrong. Like, seriously. Like, seriously, we're not being condescending. We're just telling you the truth. Anyways. So, Alex, you need to understand that if you're going to talk about Sonic, you need to think about what you're going to say. And if you really have this strong sort of bias to modern Sonic games, don't talk about them. Stick to the stuff you can do. Okay? Stick to the stuff you can do. You know? Like how Sonic the Hedgehog basically says this. And I'm using a little bit. So, you know, but watch Sonic the Hedgehog's full video because I'm just basically using a little bit. Sonic the Hedgehog, I hope you're not mad, but I'm just using like a bit, just a little piece. If that's all right.
Who are bashing someone who likes Mario.
Nah, not that.
Get praised, but then when Sonic tries to, Mario is known for doing the same thing, and I ain't got a problem with that. I feel like if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. But once again, Mario is known for doing the same thing over and over again, so he steals your heart. But when Sonic does the same thing after you playing a demo, you cry. That's once again very confusing.
And that's the point that's the point some of us are trying to make. You know, Mario's trying new things, yes, but I've seen a lot of Nintendo fans just support all the all the same Mario games, like the new Super Mario Brothers Wii U, which I really feel like never should have existed. Because let's be real, I bought it, and even I thought like, oh, there'd be something new, but it was pretty much the same thing. Super Mario World, regardless of what anybody says, actually did try to do something new. You know, we should be promoting. But with certain things, it's like if it's not broke, don't fix it. Well, in Mario's case, I think that's why they made Odyssey. Because Nintendo understood that they keep on pushing out the same Mario saves the princess, has to go to an ice world, a fire world, a desert world, and all this other stuff. And that's why they made Super Mario Odyssey, because they understood, slapping new Super Mario Brothers Switch wasn't gonna cut it. They wanted to try something new. Sonic's trying something, Sega's playing it safe because they know that the Colors formula works. And yeah, I know a lot of people don't like Colors, but there's a bunch of us that outweigh other people that beg to differ. They like the Colors formula. And they like the Colors formula. And I like how people just constantly say that we're ignoring the problem. No, we're not ignoring the problem. Right now, Sega's trying to do everything they can to get Sonic back into the hearts and minds of gamers. Not just catering to us classic fans, but to us modern fans as well. And that's what Sonic Forces basically is. Something for the fans that that used to make a character or still make characters to this day. And hope that one day, since there's a lot of games where you create your own character, there's a lot of games where you can create your own character. Sorry, I have a little bit of a gas bubble. I'm trying to get it out of me. But like I said, there's a lot of people who still make their own characters, and even I made my own character. And when I was a kid, I used to think, what would it be like if I was on one of Sonic's adventures? That's how I used to feel as a kid. So making Bugsy the Hedgehog a kind of sort of canon character for this game, it's like a dream come true. Not only to my my adult self, my young adult self, but to my kid self. It's like I'm making a promise it's like I'm fulfilling a promise to my kid self. And yeah, maybe I might get a little emotional about Sonic Forces. I ain't gonna lie. And I do apologize for that. But unlike a certain somebody, I'm not gonna say that I just did that out of passion. Because saying you're doing something out of passion is not, saying you do it all out of passion, no, you did, no, it's like, when someone like Nerdword says it, he only says it to cover his own ass for the fact that he made an ass out of himself the following stream. I'm supporting Side Generations because I think it can lead to different things, different parts of the story of Sonic that no one is really even trying to think or put together, because you're all too focused on the gameplay of a game that's not even out yet and all this other stuff, when you should be thinking, where is the 3D games gonna go from here? Where? But no, you guys rather talk about Green Hill and all this other stuff. I got sick of talking about you all tripping about Green Hill, because like it or not, it's going to stay, guys. We're probably gonna not see it every time, but we're gonna see it every few years probably. It's still gonna happen. I'm not saying don't be mad, but I'm just saying bitching and moaning about it all the goddamn time is not gonna tell Sega like, well, it's not gonna tell Sega, fuck, we're just gonna dump Green Hill, because we can't dump Green Hill. Green Hill is most of us classic fans' introduction to Sonic, and I'm sorry if you're all tired of it. I'm sorry. But me, I'm never gonna get tired of it, because really, it's just Green Hill. I'm nostalgically bound by Green Hill, and I kind of like the Green Hill Desert thing. There, I said it. Fuck everybody who wants to be a dick in the comments and be like, well, yeah. And I've been dealing with a lot of people like on my fucking Tumblr constantly saying, why do you like Sonic Forces? Why do you want to make OCs? You're probably going to make something cringy. And to those people I say, who the fuck are you to tell me I shouldn't like Sonic Forces? And who the fuck are you telling me that I can't fucking make an OC? Okay? Just because you guys had traumatic experience with OCs, you saw an OC's you saw an original character's dick and you were like, oh god, or you saw them fucking another Sonic character. That doesn't mean everybody's experience with an OC or recolor is the same. I personally am not bothered by recolors or OCs. I personally think the boost gameplay is a formula that other people actually like, and I like it too. So you can't, like, guys, they're trying to get Sonic back into our good graces after Boom. You know, so let them. And then when the game comes out in holiday 2017, which I think it's really going to be delayed, and that's no problem to me, you know? That's no problem. People would think of it as a deterrent. But delays help games get better. You know? You can all raise fucking big stinks and middle fingers in the air and twip if you totally share this video just because you want a bunch of your little fans to come after me. Just know that you're just being kind of a dick. I want you to know that, like, straight up. To me, you know, when I first watched it, I thought you were cool. I thought you were alright. I thought you were on the level. But when I saw you just comparing a demo and a almost here video game, I was like, dude, you just want to piss people off. And I'm sorry if I'm the only one that is optimistic about it. Because unlike a lot of people who want to hate on Sonic for the sake of hating on it, or just feel like we're going to get a bunch of 06 shit, I want to be hopeful. I am hopeful. And if those of you that won't want to be hopeful, fine, don't be. Hate on Forces. But it's still coming out. And for the people that are like, no, OCs, I'm still going to play it, regardless of what you guys think. And I'm going to review it. And I'm going to play it on my channel. Because I think that this game is going to be good. Regardless to what a lot of you may say. And I'm going to do the same thing for Mania 2, don't you worry. But you guys got to understand, I'm a Sonic fan, and I ain't gonna let any of you motherfuckers push me into not playing my games because everybody wants to hate on Forces and love Mania. I do whatever the fuck I want, regardless of what any of you say. And some of you understand that. But to Alex, I want to say this. Dude, you should have just waited. A lot of these other YouTubers want to be so premature in judging this game before they even have a chance to play it. You know, play it fully. You only played a not working demo, a demo that I know when I looked at the E3 footage had a little bit of a span to kind of freezing up on people. Especially if you're playing the Nintendo Switch version. You know? So it was not finished. It's not done. Heck, even Fist Bump is still work in progress. That song is not truly finished yet either. And this is something you guys really need to understand. When a game's not finished, yeah, there's gonna be some changes. There's a reason why I said in my other video, have you watched Beta 64? Because it explains... Oh, I've been going on for that long? Anyways, because it explains the trials and tribulations that developers go through when they're trying to release a game. And it shows you the change between all these games before they're released. It's like you all don't want to understand that and yet just be a part of the hate bandwagon. And yeah, I made another video, but that was mostly directed towards TWIP. But I'm just saying, guys, yeah, I probably still will take a break from Sonic after this. I mean, and probably just only writing on, like, writing for Sonic Freedom Fighters and working on that. But that's probably about it. I really feel disappointed in TWIP and Nerd Word most of all, because Nerd Word can just wait. Nerd Word couldn't just wait until his thoughts could just clear before making that stream. And I'm sorry, Nerd Word, you looked like a whiny little bitch. I'm sorry. That's the truth. You looked like a little whiny little bitch. And saying that Sega has no passion, the Sonic team has no passion, they do. Sega's doing this whole initiative to bring back all the IPs, and they're trying to like I said, they're trying to redo Sonic in our eyes. Like they're trying to give Sonic new life and they're trying. But it's like none of you want to acknowledge that, and you just want to hate on Sonic for the rest of your days. Some hate on it because it's cool. Some hate on it because they want Dreamcast Sonic back. Others want this. Others want that. And I just feel like this Sonic game might even appease me. And you know how I am. I always want Saturday M characters in every fucking orifice. And I'm like, the moment I saw the first trailer, I was hooked. I saw a burning hellscape, Death Egg robots looking like SWAT bots. And I was hooked. I was hooked. And sure. And sure, there's always going to be haters of Sonic. Because as long as trolls have nothing to do with their lives and they constantly want to shit on other people's good times, they'll always exist. But as long as people like me exist, and people like you exist, and that are willing to wait and play this game and judge it on its own merits, then listen to some reviewer looking at footage or a certain person playing a demo that's not even done yet, then I think we'll do okay. I think Forces will do okay. We just have to understand that. We just have to understand that if the game's not an alpha build of the game, like damn near almost complete, well, not even then. If it's not the full release, we shouldn't judge it. We shouldn't judge it fully. But some of these guys are truly writing it off like they should judge it fully. And I'm just tired of all this negativity. I seriously am. You all need to, like TWIP, Nerdword, y'all need to understand why I'm mad. And and Alex, you need to understand why the Sonic fans are mad at you. Because you have to understand that you didn't make a bad video. You didn't think. You just shot the hip and didn't even think about what you were saying, really. You should have said, these are my thoughts for Sonic Forces. And I guarantee you, people would have not looked at that video so bad because it would have been your thoughts. But it was like you just derailing the game on a demo. It's not something you should do. It's not something any of you should do, actually. Judge a game on its own merits when it is complete, not when it is unfinished. Something like Sonic 06. I played and I hated every minute of it. And I'm a man who loves Sonic regardless of what people say about his games. But even I can't defend Sonic 06. There are people making PC ports to fix the problems of the game. maybe the gameplay, but I feel like the story, like the damage is done with the story. There ain't nothing you can do to fix that. Well, there is a way, but I don't think anybody wants to do that. That's a lot of extra work that they don't need to do. But you know, all I'm just saying, and for all the trolls out there, grow the fuck up. Seriously, grow the fuck up. You can't you can't always go through life trolling people. At one point, you're gonna say you're gonna get employed for a job, and your employers will look at this shit, look at what you've been saying. They'll look at stuff like this and notice what you're saying, and then you're out of a job because you thought trolling this one fan was all good, all well and good. Employers do look at that shit. But hey, it's whatever. But I'll just say this. We need to become a smarter, better, and understanding fan base. We can't attack everybody, but we can't keep attacking each other. You know? We gotta try and respect one another. You know? You can't just constantly be fighting with one another just because we can. You know, and TWIP constantly saying everybody's condescending because we're just trying to tell you, wait for the full game. That's not being condescending. That is us basically telling you you can't really judge this game on 3 trailers. You know? Because being a reviewer is you had to sit through the entire game. You know? And and the whole, I'm gonna judge these games and then laugh at this one commenter and saying that's the most stupidest thing I ever heard because blah 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 blah, your own logic. It's not the way to do things. When I rant, I'm not attacking anybody. I was just trying to make it clear. What you were doing was wrong. You know, and I made another video on you, and I keep referencing you in every other video, but now you and Nerd Word are going to be my examples, and I'm never going to let it go. You're kind of in the Hall of Infamy now, guys. Infamy. My own little Hall of Infamy that I'm going to keep on using examples for. Because you guys need to understand, like I said, nowhere, don't jump the gun until you actually have all the information, or don't talk about a subject, be as pissed as a fart, and do a freaking stream and say all this other, bullshit. I understand we're all lovers of Sonic, but you can't just sit there. Whine, moan, bitch, and complain, and when people are telling you to calm it down, you can't go like, well, I love Sonic too, we're not like these other people. Well, you're acting like them. You know? You're acting like them. And I feel like all this negativity that forces you all need to calm down and wait. We got Mania coming up. Next month. So let's just be happy. I mean, this year we have 2 Sonic games. We only get one every 2 years. You know? We don't get a lot of Sonic games if you count Runners. I don't count Runners as a full-on Sonic game. You know? I don't count it. But this is the first year where we get 2 Sonic games this year. And I'm just saying, why can't we enjoy it? Why can't we have fun? You know? Those are my honest questions. Yeah. No, that's about it. Sonic fandom. I'm about done. I just felt like I needed to say that to you all. Because, honestly, like I said in all my other Sonic videos, we are binded for one reason and one reason only. Because we all love a blue anthropomorphic hedgehog. And its lore and its gameplay. But we're binded by that one hedgehog, that one experience we all had with Sonic. It could have been in the classic games, it could have been in the Dreamcast era, it could have been in the modern era. Thing is, we're all the same when it comes to Sonic. No matter what you guys try to say to make yourselves sound like you only love this part of Sonic. Sonic is what you actually really love. You know? You love his cool, cocky 90s attitude. You know? I know some the recent games have dumbed his personality down a little bit, but his base personality is still there, albeit kind of pushed to the side because of the shitty writing, but it's still there. Again, deep down, no matter what creed of Sonic fan you are, we all love Sonic. So let's just cut the bullshit and just fucking learn, or fucking try to understand each other at least. And that means all the other, and the people who make OCs, who were kids, stop bitching and moaning about characters that they probably made when they were 13. It's stupid. Sometimes when you're a teenager, you don't know anything about character balancing. Okay? Okay. And for the rest of you, I would like to say this. Chaos Nation, see you later, guys. I got some other things I need to take care of and work on, but I felt the need to talk about this because it is a poignant issue. It's an issue that deserves to be talked about. It's an issue that I think you all need to listen to. And even if you don't truly agree with me, you gotta at least understand that this negativity that you're all kind of having against Sonic Forces is kind of ridiculous because it's a game that's not out yet. And regardless of what you may say, Twip, if you ever do see this video, you gotta admit you kind of were behaving kind of like a little kid that doesn't want to listen, who doesn't want to listen to any kind of advice but wants to push it away and says it's given. And you just want people who agree with you to just agree with you. That's how I feel. You know, love me or hate me, this is all my opinion. And this is what I'm just trying to say to all of you, and I hope it comes across well. If it doesn't, I just wasted my time. But heck, that's for time to decide, I guess. But for the rest of you, Chaos Nation, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Give this video a like and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications for any video that comes out of this channel. And also, you know, talk to your friends about this too. If they like Sonic, talk to us about them too. You know, this is a topic we need to all talk about. We need to talk about it as a community. I mean, maybe I must have Markipliered it up, but I hope I was able to do this well. That's all I'm saying. I'll see you guys later. Bye, folks.
You watching the Big 3 Bucks Network?
Yeah. Okay.
You watching the Big 3 Bucks Network?
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, check out the channel for Chaos Flow.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, check out the channel for Chaos Flow.
Yeah.